Hi everyone, my name is Angela McGrew, and today we are going to discuss a couple of books that have to deal with fantasy. The first book is The Hunger Games by Susan Collins. This is one of my absolute favorites. The story starts off the day of a reaping, which ends up being a bad day for the main character, Katniss Everdeen. Her little sister Prim is chosen to be part of the games against the district. Katniss takes her place knowing that if her sister would go, she would never see her again. She then goes to fight in the games against all other 11 districts, where Katniss and Peeta, the other person in the district, win the games as a team, which has never happened before. The story shows the sincerity a sister has for another and what lengths one goes to fight for their life. Susan Collins first wrote for children's television work for Nickelodeon and Scholastics before her famous writing of the Hunger Games trilogy. The age group for this book was be between 13 and up. I feel this way because even though Katniss is just a teen, she is mature for her age, and she can grab the attention of a wide variety of people. This book could be read in a classroom or as an assignment or in a library. The next book I'm going to talk about is Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. Harry Potter is a 12-year-old boy who has yet to realize that his parents were more than just what he thought of them. They were wizards. His parents died, so he lived with his aunt and uncle with a poor way of living. Hagrid, a teacher at Hogwarts, visits Harry and informs him that he is a wizard. Harry then spends his schooling at Hogwarts and learns how to be a wizard. One of Harry's teachers, Quirrell, is acting suspicious, and Harry, Hermione, and Ron, two of his friends, help solve what's going on. The students find out that Voldemort was sharing Quirrell's body. I think that this is a good book for 10 to about 15. After 15, I don't think that kids would really be interested in it because it's talking about the life of a 12-year-old and magic powers, and I wouldn't read this if it was my preference. The next book we're going to talk about is The Fifth Wave. I am so interested in this book. Aliens have invaded Earth and attack humans in 4 waves, which are Lights Out, Surf's Up, Pestilence, and The Silencer. Cassie, the main character, and her brother and dad go to a camp, Ash Pit, where soldiers come and take her brother on a bus. The soldiers lie and say that he will be safe, which results in her brother being alone and without his family. Cassie realizes that one of her friends isn't at the camp, so she goes in search for him. Meanwhile, the soldiers, who are aliens, attack the camps, but Casey gets away. After a long period of time, Casey goes to a store and finds a soldier hurt on the ground, and she doesn't know if she can trust him, so she shoots him. Casey finds a silencer, who is an alien, who shoots at her in the leg and takes care of her as they fall in love. She ends up finding her brother, who has been in a military training camp to become a soldier. The silencer, Evan, blows up the camp, and you don't know what happens until the next book. The next book is Warm Bodies. I didn't really care for this book because I don't like zombie books, but it seemed to be a really good book for other people. An outbreak of diseases has spread all over the world. The story begins as a zombie named Orr and a group of zombies goes out looking for food and finds a group of teenagers. The group of teenagers are killed except for one girl named Julie, who Orr takes back home with him. Orr falls in love with Julie and protects her. Eventually, Orr runs away with Julie. Julie, Orr's girlfriend, takes him to her base where he stays and pretends to be human. Julie's dad finds out and hunts Orr down. Her dad shoots him and Orr falls with Julie down the base, which is very high. Orr lands in a large waterfall with his back to the ground. Orr is hurt, but he lives as well as Julie. And the last book is Divergent. Beatrice Trish Pryor is 16 years old, who is tested to see which faction she belongs to. She finds out that she could join more than one faction, which means that she is divergent. Divergent people are very much hated because people believe that they have powers that can kill other people. Triss joins the Dauntless, a faction of rebels which is hated by her old faction, the Abnegation. The Dauntless have to train and prove that they are worth being there. Whoever comes in last few places are killed out of the Dauntless and left homeless. Triss makes it into Dauntless. Erudite and Dauntless team up to fight Abnegation, and a war breaks out. The soldiers who are Dauntless are given a serum to be brainwashed. The serum doesn't work on divergent people, so Triss is not affected by the serum. Triss fights back against the Erudites, a faction of intelligent people who hate divergence and abnegates. The divergents end up on top and win the war. And a little bit about the author. She's a novelist in her late 20s who has a trilogy of books. She also won the Best Young Adult Fantasy and Science Fiction Award. Thank y'all for viewing.